Hey folks, so if you've followed me for any period of time, you know that forever, like over 15 years, I was purely a St. Croix guy. And that's loosened up here in the last year or so. I've been putting some time in particular with these G Loomis NRX Plus. This has been so nice to work with. Very sensitive. Had two really great days with it, with this punch rig here recently, and you know, I'm happy with it. But this one is probably my favorite medium heavy spinning rod right now. But I am experimenting with other brands, other rods. I will say that I'm not, totally done with St. Croix by any means. Still love these Legend Extremes. This 7'6" medium fast is, this scented jerk shad is absolutely a staple of what I do. If I can't get them to bite, anything else, they will eat that. And I did get this custom rod done over the winter, and I think I found its place, its application. I got it with all Seagar. I think this is 12-pound fluoro, and what I'm throwing with it, 7-inch scented jerk shad. Really casts it well. I like the guides on it are really helping it launch very well. I was a little apprehensive about being a braid guy for so long. Will this work for me? And it absolutely has. The reason for going with all braid, or not all braid, all fluoro, is as many times as I cast this, a lot of these baits that I cast and cast and cast, the braid to fluoro FG knot just takes a beating. The Albright knot, whatever you're using, it just takes a beating going up through these guides. So this is more of an experiment that I'm sticking with all fluoro with these, not the jig rods, not the ones where I cast and I let it sit or drag it slow, but the ones where it's just cast. And before too long with that scented jerk shad, even though I'm using it with that neutrally buoyant hook that I make myself by wrapping the lead on there. That needs to be another video to show you guys how to do that. But repetitive casting, power fishing, I think there's some advantages of going straight braid or straight fluoro. And this one I'm choosing to go straight fluoro. It's Kevin Holash did a really nice job. Stiffy Custom Rods, right here in New Windsor, Maryland. So it's a 7-foot 3/16 to 3/4 ounce. It's a medium heavy, and I've enjoyed it so far. Caught some nice fish on it. But I got two new ones that are outside of Loomis or St. Croix or custom. I heard some comments, folks saying, "Man, they're great rods, Jeff. There's no way I'm going to afford it though." Something that, with that big of a price tag. So I am experimenting with some other ones. Always need more medium heavy spinning rods. This one I think is gonna do double duty for striper and for some of the heavy handed application I have for both tidal largemouth, snakehead, smallmouth, basically my black bass presentations. So this is the Savage Gear Battle Tech. And I'll go ahead and put the price point here on the bottom, just so you can get an idea. But it's a 7'1", medium heavy, so up to 3/4 ounce. That's pretty much what you're doing with these, these medium heavy spinning rods. And the application I have for it is the jackhammers that I skip. Now, I got a bait caster, the St. Croix Legend tournament with that new reel that I got from Baits. That thing is just delicious to work with, really nice. But I just I'm not someone that can skip especially well with a bait caster, and there are applications where I want a jackhammer with a big soft plastic, whether it's this 7-inch scented jerk shad on a jackhammer, or you know, or some other soft plastic. I actually do it with tidal largemouth a good bit with the palmetto bugs. Skipping big trailered baits with the you know, on the jackhammer, get way deep into cover, bring it out, and it'll get jammed. So that's what I'm doing with this Savage Gear Battletech medium heavy spinning rod. So that's one that I'm adding to my quiver. The other is a Fenwick Bass Elite, or Elite Bass. This one's a medium, so medium fast. So decidedly lighter weight than the Savage Gear one. Very finessey, very lightweight. I don't know where it's going to stack up against the you know, the St. Croix Legend Tournament and the NRX Plus. You know, I doubt it's going to compare, but I think it feels good. It feels like it's going to be very sensitive. How sensitive? I don't know. I'll find out when I start throwing really finessey stuff like that. That is TRD bugs. I'll probably put that on the Susquehanna with the, I think that's a 10th ounce finesse rigging bullets. So these lighter weight baits, you absolutely need a great deal of sensitivity to be able to feel those pickups. And I'll put it to use and see how that does. So the numbers on this one: 7'0", medium fast, 1/4 to 5/8 ounce. So we'll you know, we'll see how these do. I'll be fishing with them in the next several weeks, and if I'm enjoying them, if they're doing what I need them to do, they'll you know, remain in my quiver of rods that I carry. For sure, the St. Croix and the Loomis rods, they're staying put. These are not displacing them. But I did want to do some reviews and you know, get my hands on these rods for viewers who say, hey, I get it, you want the best, maybe you can afford it. I will say though, if you haven't gotten one, just one, that is that higher level sensitivity, you ought to just find a way to afford one. Thought I'd get this done before the UPS guy came up, but check that out. Old Town sending me some swag. You know, my first fishing kayak was a Old Town Loon 138, late 90s. Great boat. Saw these guys at the Miami show, said, man, that's an awesome looking shirt with a striper. So they said, yeah, we'll send one to you. Thanks, guys. Anyhow, what I was saying, if you don't have a really, truly, at least for jig fishing, it's really important for jig fishing. Less so with the, you know, the cast and retrieve lures, the crankbait rods, the, you know, the jackhammer rods, where, you know, there's the bait's already in movement, and when they grab it, it's not to say you don't need a sensitive rod. It definitely helps you, but it's not as critical to have something that is, you know, one of these two super high-end rods that you basically know what the bass is thinking before they even pick it up. Super sensitive, makes a big difference. But yeah, I'll audition these. You'll see them in my videos. Hopefully you guys appreciate the product review videos that I'm doing, whether it's at the shows or just adding to the equipment that I use and giving you guys that feedback. Feel free to comment. Thanks for watching. See ya.